Very well, thanks. You've got to be fairly happy with France's start, I'm going to say. We were talking about it. We did the game, Julien, and you know, as I say, the wonders of television and coverage now is brilliant, whatever sport it is. However, when you see live sport and you see brilliance at live sport, and by that I'm talking about Mbappe, I cannot tell you how impressed I was. And we all know he's quick, but I have never seen, and Thierry Henry is the quickest I've seen, right? But this guy takes it to another level. Yeah,
it was incredible, and I think he can get better, because you see sometimes there's an extra touch, or he tried to do another turn, and he could be even better and simpler. That will come with age too, but when he's in that kind of form, there's no one stopping him. And I think the game changer as well is the fact that now Theo Hernandez plays as left back. And before, when he was his brother Lucas, who was more of a centre back, there was not really much a threat from the fullback behind Kylian. Now, if you're a defender, you see them two coming, bombing forward, and you're like, oh wow, where do I go? Do I step up? Do I drop? And I think you see on the first goal, it's the simple 1-2, but it's so efficient, and I think they find each other well.
It's a real shame, isn't it? His brother got injured, so it's like a family replacement.
Yeah, and ACL, was a bad one actually as well.
Dembele, we must speak about him, because he was terrorising them, wasn't he?
I thought he was brilliant.
He's so good.
And I guess it's an evolution. You would know as a player that he was always very talented, right foot, left foot. You can't tell which one he is. He could go one side or the other. But then there was a lot of things lacking in his game. Just, I think, in terms of awareness, maybe of intelligence, of working hard. But in that game, at times he tucked inside as a third midfielder with Rabiot and Tchouaméni. He worked so hard defensively. And then with the ball, there was finally that end product that for a long time we would not see or not see enough. And when he's in that kind of form, when you've got them two on each wing doing different things, and then Giroud in the centre, I think this is pretty scary to have.
What do you think, Julian? Like, so when we discuss, you know, particularly England, you look ahead, sometimes too far ahead, and who can you get in the next round and all that kind of stuff. Will the French be thinking about that, or will the French be saying, doesn't really matter who we play?
Yeah, they don't really look too much in the bracket. My issue now is that we're getting very confident. And you know, we're French. I'm not sure, because the more confident we get, the more arrogant we get, which we start from a high level already of arrogance. And then I just think like they're going to think, we can beat anyone and we're going to thrash anyone. And Kylian thinks that he's going to score two every game. So I hope Deschamps keeps them grounded, because he's a young squad as well.
I mean, Deschamps. That's the one thing he will do. Try and keep everybody grounded.
I felt for Giroud actually, because he had a chance in that game to break the record, right? And I was wondering, because he had a couple of moments in the box, one where he completely missed the ball, and I was thinking, I hope he's not going to do that thing where he now waits for a really long time to break the record. But also, Julien, there's people not very far behind him, so if he does break it, he's not going to have it for that long, is he?
Griezmann's not too far away.
42. Griezmann's on 42 and Kylian is on 31 now. I mean, there's 2 years he will have the record, and then Kylian will break it. But I saw him after the game, and I think he said, like, people keep telling me about the record, and I he start doing my head in a bit, and I think he needs to. It's a bit like a cricketer on 99.
Yes.
You know, when you're there, and like I said, and everybody knows that you just need one for the 100, and you play maybe not so naturally. So I think he needs to forget about the record, which is hard because he's cherry as well, and just go for it. But it will come.
How's he regarded in France? Because without being unfair, he isn't as easy in the eye on the pitch as Thierry Henry, as certainly Mbappe. But the achievement, I think, is absolutely remarkable. How is he regarded in France?
He's quite liked, but he hasn't played in the French top flight that long, really. And because he didn't go to an academy, the beginning of his career was really, really difficult. He had to go 4th division, 3rd division, 2nd division, then stayed 2 years in Montpellier and then went to Arsenal. So there's people in England have seen him more, really, in the English top flight than in the French top flight. So that's a bit why I don't think he's appreciated like he should be, because like you said, the career, all the things he's won, plus all the goals have been amazing.
I need to ask you about Messi, because we've seen the links with America into Miami. How confident are you? What's going to happen? Do you know?
He's out of contract in June. There's a 3rd season as an option in his PSG contract that he can trigger and with the club. But right now he's just thinking about the World Cup. Then he will make a decision. There's basically 3 options. One is staying a bit longer, taking a lot of money and maybe winning another Champions League. The second one is to go to Inter Miami and MLS, where he has a house and they go on holidays there. They really love Miami. or going back to Barcelona, which of the three I think is the less likely, because I think he knows it's not good to go back to UX. Yeah. We will see, but right now I really believe, and his people saying that he hasn't made a call yet.
Did you say it's not good to go back to your ex? You're absolutely right.
Where do you think, Julien, where do you think he is looking at him right now? We don't know what's going on in his head, I get that, but where do you think he is right now in terms of his playing career? Is it safe to say, my question is, you think he'd be comfortable having another PSG in terms of his ability? He's not ready now to go to Miami in terms of the dip in his age or anything like that.
I think he was so good for us in Paris for the first 4 months of the season. Yeah. Now the World Cup is different, it's a different team, but at PSG this season was amazing, and I think he feels like, okay, there's more for me to play like that. Yeah, definitely.
In terms of the French side, so if we're looking at it, because obviously we're English, Ali hates it when I do this, but we plot the route, don't we?
Yeah, you do.
We plot where we might have a problem.
Yeah.
We might have a problem. We might have a problem in the last 16. We might have a problem against Wales. But if we get that far and it's a quarter-final matchup, it looks like it could be France. Yeah. So tell the English people listening quietly where the weaknesses are in the French side.
I still think it's a very inexperienced midfield.
Yes.
Rabiot and Tchouaméni, and Griezmann now plays in that number 8 position, which is one of Deschamps' really, really good idea, because Griezmann was amazing, as you saw against Denmark.
Yep.
But this is new and a bit untested. Not that Rice and Bellingham are more experienced, but I think that could be a really important matchup in the two. And then, really, that's the only I'm sorry. You see, even me, I'm too arrogant now. We don't have a weakness. No, I'm kidding. I think it would be a great game. And I fear England, I have to say. I fear England.
Do you really?
I think you've got an amazing...
Because in midfield, we weren't great against.
I think it's a great game. I really
squads.
do. I think it's so tough to call.
Yeah.
I genuinely would have France slight favourites, but with no real degree of confidence.
Maybe with all of your injuries, we've probably got better depth. Like you say, our bench is a little bit stronger perhaps now.